up, guys? Welcome to lesson 8.4. And in 8.4, we are going to be doing the area of circles and also sectors. Okay, so I'm going to go into detail on both of those in this lesson. Hope you guys enjoy this and let me know if you need any help as we go along. Let's jump into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is what I mean by the area of a circle. So remember, area of a circle is everything within that circle. So the formula to find the area of a circle is going to be A equals pi times the radius squared. So that means in order for me to find the area, all I need to plug in is my radius, which is the distance from your center of your circle to the edge of the circle. So literally all I have to do is plug R in, do some math, and work it out, and it's going to end up giving me the area of that circle. Simple, okay? But now the thing that's going to take us even further is what I mean by the area of a sector. So what I mean by a sector is I want you to think of a piece of pizza. So if I take out a piece of pizza, how much of that pizza am I actually taking out? What is the area of that piece I just took out? Okay, and so that's what we're thinking about when we're thinking of a sector. So we're taking out a piece of pie. How much of that piece of pie did we take out? So that's what we mean by that. So basically what's going to happen with the area of a sector, to find the area of a sector, you are going to take the area of a circle, which is pi r squared, and then you are going to multiply that by a fraction or a ratio to figure out how much of that you're taking out. And to figure that out, you're going to multiply by something called theta over 360. And what I want you guys to realize is theta is going to be your central angle in degrees. So in this instance, right here on the area of a sector, my central angle is going to be this guy, and it's going to be represented by the theta symbol, okay? So literally all you have to do is you need to find your radius, which is going to be from the center of the circle to the edge of the circle, and you need to plug in the theta symbol, which is going to give you the ratio of that puzzle, and then you're going to multiply it by the area, which is going to give you the piece of that whenever you take it out. So it's basically what's happening is you're creating a percentage. So you're going to take a percentage of the pizza out of the puzzle, and how much of that percentage is the area of your actual circle, okay? So again, area is pi r squared. To find the area of the sector, you're going to take the area of that circle and multiply it by the ratio of the degrees over 360 of the circle. So let's take these formulas, we're going to apply them to our examples, and hopefully you guys can understand and do some of this on your own. So let's jump into example number one. All right, so on example number one, it wants us to find the area of the circle, but we're going to round that to the nearest hundredth place, okay? And I'm going to go into detail on that as well, okay? So real quick, area of a circle, pretty simple. A equals pi times the radius squared. So literally all I need to do is take my radius, plug it into the formula, do some math, solve for it, gives me my answer. So area equals pi times the radius, which is 15.2, and then I'm going to square that. So whenever I type that into my calculator and find my answer with pi, that is going to give me 725.83, and that would be centimeters squared. Okay, so I rounded to my hundredths place. So that means the number in the thousandths place, if it is 5 or higher, I'm going to change the 3. If it's going to be 5 or below 5, that means I'm going to keep the 3 the same. I'm not going to change it. So ladies and gentlemen, your final answer is 725.83 centimeters squared. Okay? All right, let's jump over to example number 2. All right, look at example number 2. It says it wants me to find the area of the circle, but we need to leave my answer in terms of pi. And the thing you'll need to realize is whenever you're having your answer in terms of pi, what it means is leave the pi symbol alone. Don't do anything with the pi symbol. Do all the other math, but leave the pi symbol alone. Because originally what's happening here is it's easier to do work with just that pi symbol there and do multiple steps instead of multiplying and getting a huge decimal and then rounding that off. You're getting further from the answer. So the reason why we use in terms of pi is it's just easier to work with when we do that. So let's go ahead and just leave my answer in terms of pi. So I know to find the area of a circle, A is going to equal pi times the radius squared. So in this instance, if you look, they're giving me the distance all the way across the circle. This is my diameter. This is the thing you'll need to realize. The radius is 1/2 the diameter. So that means in order for me to find the radius, I gotta take 22 and divide by 2. So 22 divided by 2 is gonna end up giving me 11. So in this instance, my radius is gonna be 11. I'm gonna plug that into the formula. So area is gonna equal pi times 11 squared. So again, leave your answer in terms of pi. So I'm gonna do all the math over here except multiplying by pi. So the only thing left to do is 11 squared, which 11 times 11 is gonna be 121. And then all I'm gonna do is just tack the pi symbol next to it. So ladies and gentlemen, this is leaving your answer in terms of pi. Do not do anything with the pi symbol, just tack it on at the end, okay? Because if I was doing multiple steps, it's easy for me to just add something with 2 pi symbols next to each other instead of adding that mega decimal, okay? So right now, your final answer would be 121 pi centimeters squared, because I'm doing everything in squared units, correct? Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, this is your answer in terms of pi. Let's jump over to example number 3. All right, so on example number 3, it's telling me the area of the of the circle is 49 centimeters squared. What is the radius? So I think the area of the circle is 49. I think it meant to say that. Anyway, they're giving me the area of a circle. And so what I need to find is I need to find the radius. Well, I know to find the area of a circle, it is going to be pi times the radius squared. So if I go ahead and look, they are giving me 49 pi. So that means they're leaving my area in terms of pi. So I have 49 pi is going to be equal to pi r squared. So my objective right now is to get the r by itself. So I'm going to end up dividing by pi over here. So if you watch, this is easier to work than if I had a mega decimal, right? Look, my pi symbols are going to cancel on both sides. So I'm going to be left with 49 equals r squared. Now to get rid of squared, all I have to do is take the square root of both sides. That gets rid of the squared. So r is going to equal the square root of 49 is going to end up giving you 7. So that means the radius of my circle is going to be 7 just by canceling out those pi symbols and then taking the square root there. So if you look, it's a lot easier to do work when it's just that pi symbol right there, like you're treating it as if it's a variable instead of treating it as a huge decimal. It's easier to do it that way, okay? So let's jump over to example number 4. All right, lastly on example number 4, it's telling me what is the area of the sector? So remember, sector is like taking a piece of that pie. What is that piece of pie that I'm trying to take out, and what's the area of that? And we need to round the nearest hundredth, okay? So I know to find the area of the sector, that is going to be A equals, I'm going to find the actual area of my circle, and then I'm going to multiply by theta over 360. So remember, theta is going to be the central angle in degrees. So I'm just going to plug in all my information, I'm going to solve everything out, and that's going to end up giving me the area of that specific sector. So right now, if I look, my radius from the center to the edge of the circle is going to be 12. So A is going to equal pi times 12 squared, and I'm going to multiply that by theta over 360. Well, if I look, I'm trying to find this shaded area, so my central angle right now is going to be 133. So I'm going to put 133 over 360 degrees. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply all of this stuff out, and what that is going to give me in the end is 167.13 centimeters squared. So that means from the whole piece of pie there, the whole pizza, I am taking out 167.13 centimeters squared of that pie out. So remember, one more time, sector means we're finding the area of just a piece of that puzzle. And this is how you end up finding that by using that formula, okay? Please, if you're needing any help at all, you need to let me or somebody else in here know that you need some help, and hopefully I can come and help you out. Good luck on your skill check. See you guys soon.